Now you see, if you fail to understand what I will teach you this morning, you may never understand it again. And this may be the last time you will see it on the screen. Because of a lot of things have happened along the line. And if I beginning, Simon Ekpa said something in his Twitter page. He said, "Now all of you are believing in me. But when I started, most of you insulted me. Most of you said, you guys don't know what is happening. Most of you threw jabs on me. Most of you made me feel the most craziest impacts. And that's where the voice is. We must stay committed. You know? The whole thing that Simon Ekpa has said now has really brought a big rational fact to the table. And everybody is saying it. That this guy is working on. We thought that this guy is actually, when Nnamdi Kanu left and said, choose Simon Ekpa, some of you do not understand. Of all people in his group, of all people in the circle, the DOS and everybody, he chose Simon Ekpa. You have seen a man who wants to fight, who has the spirit to fight for the coming of Biafra. When Ojukwu died, we thought that the next people that would take over is his children. But lo and behold, his children do not have what it takes to restore Biafra. None of his children till today has spoken about Biafra. All of them are quiet. Somebody from Abia State, Nnamdi Kanu, came up. Listen attentively. The spirit of Biafra chooses the person that will take over. That's what I've been wondering. The spirit of Biafra chooses. And the person begins to do it before you know it, the person is already getting followers. We must communicate in a vivacious way. And that's the truth. So, as we are putting ourselves together in every formidable force, in every little way we can fight it, we must understand one game. That Simon Ekpa is working. He's working on a lolo. On a lolo isilieze. So let's take for instance, when the Go game has changed, the Situation Room must be seen as what it is. Glorious call. The zoo thought that they can win the heart of Biafrans. They don't know that when they say IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, it doesn't mean that it's a group. It doesn't mean it's an organization. It doesn't mean it's a community. It doesn't mean it's a village. It doesn't mean if it is a state. A kind of a WhatsApp group where people just gather. This is everybody who is born in Biafran land, both South East and South. As long as you have a touch of Biafra, you are an IPOB. You are an IPOB. Indigenous. And that is why when you go to foreign countries, you hear that Morocco, Australia, Austria, the indigenous people are no longer there because they were conquered and chased out of their land. And that's why we're fighting to keep our own land, so that they won't conquer us and chase us out. We'll not be wanderers around the globe. This promise was made by God. And they said what? We must take a stand to return this very ticket back to whom it is due. And that's where they got offended. As we are riding for this freedom, we must understand that every necessary works of faith, progression, charisma, and what it should be must not be taken for granted. So, as we are now riding for freedom and making sure that things is kept reluctantly, let's understand this one game. The motion to put Biafra in the world map. We are more convinced now than ever that our game is top notch. There's no two ways about it. It's just for you to look at it and say, oh, this is good, this is wonderful, this is precious. And when you have that eye, you will see that what is on your screen is Anambra traders reject government's move to stop it at home. Everybody has, in one way or the other, accepted Biafra. That's the game plan. That's the game plan. We must understand that we're not enemies of ourselves. But those who have made us enemies are people who claim that we are not doing it the right way. Yet they can't even fish out how they want us to be doing it. How on earth do you want us to be doing these things? And that's the game. So, as we are now pushing ourselves back to our roots, let's engage properly, without hesitation, without ridiculing anyone,